Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Honish, Andrew Labuschagne, Miguel Antonio Barragan, bringing you the wonderful world of boxing. The boys are back. There was music, but I have something
Oh,
very special. There's no music. There's no. I did something special for Andrew's return that I know
hmm.
he's not going to believe. I'm going to save it till the end of the show. But when I say this, it is the anatomy of watching a fight get stolen from a fighter shot by shot. You can actually watch the officials moving around, fixing the fight. I broke it down like the Zapruder film, like we were watching the JFK assassination. And that's how we're ending this show on what I thought was an amazing performance by Catterall. Did he do enough? Doesn't matter. But you can watch all a Top Rank flip out. You can watch... I took shots of stuff that even I was shocked. Like, you could see the look on Kell Brook's face like, oh my God, I'm losing a
Hmm.
payday. That was my favorite shot of the entire pile. I did get that picture. So I watched it for 2 straight hours, taking shots of it just for you, Andrew. I did my homework just for this episode.
Yeah.
Special for your comeback. We are back. We do talk boxing. Andrew's been off for a little while, personal matters. Miguel is still baking his ass off in Las Vegas. I am still living it up in San Diego where it's still 70 degrees. Apparently we have cruises again, for God's sakes. First of all, go to boxingtonight.io. That is our website. Secondly, if you're watching the video, I'm putting actual proof up. Over the last week, 16,000 of you have been exposed to us just on Facebook for 1 week. We're humbled at the exposure. Miguel and I have just been trying to hold up our end of the deal, but that's another 5,000 people from the previous week. So keep it up, people. Don't be afraid to comment. Don't be afraid to share. Well, maybe be afraid to share. I totally get that shit a lot. As always, we use Boxing Scene. Shout out to all the guys at Boxing Scene. I know we give them a lot of crap, but they do write a lot of stories and they have a lot of fun with it. As do we. Let's jump deep into the pool and pick right up where we left off. Tyson Fury. I'm going to fight Francis Ngannou in Las Vegas next year, and I'm going to break all the pay-per-view records. Well, that's his quote that he told IFL TV, and there isn't much more beyond this. He goes, not this year, I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, and I'm going to get all the belts, and blah, 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 blah. So I'll start with you, Miguel. We know that Ngannou's not going to renew his contract with the UFC. Is this a for real thing in your universe?
Um, it still isn't. Last rumor I read, it was that Ngannou was talking to the bare knuckle boxing people. So that's something that he might go for next if they offer more money, of course, because it apparently looks like he's not going to re-sign with the UFC. So he's going to be a quote unquote free agent out there, right? So he's going to be, testing the market, I guess, and seeing who has the biggest offer. I don't see this being one of them. I'm pretty sure he's going to go to bare knuckle boxing. So at least not in the foreseeable future. I don't see this as a reality in my universe. Nope.
ALP back. Do you care?
I've always this is the type of fight I wanted to see take place. Unfortunately, if it doesn't happen in the MMA world, I'm not interested. I would be shocked if Dana White really let this fight get away from them, this fighter also. So yeah, I don't think he's going bare knuckle. If anything, he gets with the boxing promoter and tries to start small. I don't know why they wouldn't go for some warm-up fights before trying to do a Tyson Fury in the boxing ring, but would not do bare knuckles. I would just go straight boxing and make more money.
Smart move.
I suspect he's going to go for the Fury fight if that is the case, just for the payday. I mean, that's really it. I don't think he in his own mind has a legitimate, in his mind, I don't think he legitimately believes he can win anyway. So he's like, well, why?
Well, he's
why
preying
risk
on one
having
punch,
sort of-
right?
right.
In Ngannou's
Yeah.
case, he's praying for that one punch power. He is the
Right.
Deontay Wilder of MMA.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to risk,
you
monkey
guys
wrench
watch-
fighting other guys.
Well, Ngannou
And you
has
guys
more
watch
ground game now,
MMA.
Andrew. Yeah, he has more ground game
You
now,
guys
but
watch
no.
MMA. Does this guy, is he a striker at all?
Oh, yeah.
Or is
That's
it
all he
just-
is.
I mean, it's hard. Look, I don't. I would say no. That's his forte because he's got a heavy right hand. In his mind, that makes him a striker. But no, You see him swatting flies like fucking like Deontay Wilder was doing against Fury here. When Fury was moving out of the way, he was swatting at flies basically. That's the way Ngannou fights. But he throws a fuck ton of punches, minus this last fight because he had some issues. But he's got the power. Really, that's all what he banks on. So I mean, would that be like, will we consider him a striker because of that? If that's a yes, then I guess so. But in my opinion, no. I mean, that's what he is more of than a grappler. That's for sure.
And I highly recommend for everybody to go see the new Jackass movie to see what it looks like when Francis Ngannou hits a regular person in the balls. That's just brutal. Yeah. That's just brutal. Gennady Golovkin, the name that's harder for me to say than any other name, remarkably. Triple G is back. Apparently he's been called back from the dead because Canelo needs people to fight as part of the 2-fight deal. So there are a couple stories, right? So they're already starting to build to this fight. I think I might have included both of them. I think I see the other one, right? So Golovkin believes that he won this fight. We all know that. Not to mention...
Plural. He thinks, at least.
He thinks. I mean, his people. I don't know who his people are, right? But they fought a lot of times. I'll start with you, Andrew. This is part of the 2-fight package. This is really happening now. Fans are going to get their third fight in the trilogy. Are you excited, Andrew?
No, I've been saying that for a while, Lee. I don't think the fire is there for this fight anymore. Golovkin's looked old now, over the hill, on the decline. I don't care how you want to put it. He's looked all of them since the 2 defeats to Canelo. So I don't see this rematch happening, or this third fight happening. So, years later being something that the fans are going to be interested in. And when I say that, they will get their views, but it's not going to come at the prices that these two men are going to get paid to step in the ring. They're going to be upwards of $70 million guaranteed. I don't know if that's going to make that money back. The fans, it could. They do good. Canelo does good, but it's a lot of money for this fight that's happening years later. Most of the time, when two legends like this fight, they're not making $70 million.
Third fights generally, historically speaking, suck. Generally. Yeah. They have never lived up to the hype, ever. They've never...
24 rounds. These guys know each other.
Oof. Miguel Antonio Barragan, Triple G, does he have a shot? Did he win any of these fights? Did he even win some rounds?
Well, he definitely won some rounds for sure. I mean, the first one is questionable, right? I mean, I'm okay with the draw because, this was, the first one was supposed to have been, the monster Golovkin. We expected the smaller guy moving up, and he's going to get totally ran over by Golovkin because he's a knockout power monster that everybody's calling that, and then happened. So, granted, it was due to Canelo, backing up quite a bit during that fight, but, again, he's not just in there against some other random he's in there against Canelo. So that first one is questionable. Maybe it could have gone to Golovkin. I was okay with the draw. The second one, absolutely not. As Andrew mentioned, how many fucking rounds has been already? 24 rounds between these guys here. That's over an hour or something in the ring, and Golovkin couldn't do jack shit to Canelo. So no, a third one isn't going to prove anything really. The rumor, right, being, or actually, we'll get to it later on as far as like Canelo signing with whatever fights he's got coming up here, and one of them being against
the
Golovkin,
thing,
right?
Yeah.
So, but I mean, is the fact that Golovkin is in that ballpark, I'm kind of not too interested. I'm sure it will generate a lot of interest, and as far as money goes, because people are still in their heads are hating the living hell out of Canelo and still want to see him get smashed by Golovkin specifically because of the first two fights. So there's going to be interest. There's going to be some money to be made. How much these guys are going to get paid for it, I don't think they're going to make that up. But nonetheless, I'm not interested in this one. I see it as a lose-lose for Canelo.
There you go. Moving forward. Chisora calls out Wilder. Why not?
Yeah.
So this week, as I pulled stories, this seemed to be the week of just randomly calling out people because why not? Everybody came out of a deep sleep this week and decided to get back to boxing. And Derek Chisora, who I'm pretty sure has lost a lot recently. I could be wrong about this, including a Usyk fight where he was like a whole human and a half bigger than Usyk, right? Am my history right? Yeah, I was eating. I went to Chile and I ate pies that day, as I recall. I remember eating pie on the drive back, thinking, wow, he's really bigger and he's really losing that fight. That's really remarkable. So now he wants to get knocked out by Wilder. What I can only imagine would be a payday of maybe $1 million. They want to do it in London or whatever, and blah, 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 whatever. So Wilder, if you don't know, Andrew, Wilder is going to do ayahuasca and figure out whether or not he wants to fight again. Derek Chisora would like to be the next person to get knocked out by him if he decides to do ayahuasca and fight again. Andrew, are you interested in seeing Derek Chisora get knocked out by Deontay Wilder?
More interested in seeing Deontay Wilder continue his career, and if that means he has to beat Chisora on a comeback fight, then so be it. Look, Chisora is known in the boxing world. It's going to sell a lot of seats, make them both money. So, yeah, I don't see why this would be a bad fight for Deontay's first fight coming back.
All right, so here's the question, Andrew. Would you rather see Deontay Wilder doing ayahuasca, or would you rather see Deontay Wilder fight Derek Chisora as a pay-per-view? Which one would you pay for?
Definitely, it's probably going to be the hallucinogenic drug.
Oh my God, that would be the best
out.
pay-per-view ever. He's going to pretend he's some kind of king, and so great. I agree with you. Totally, that would be brilliant pay-per-view. By the way, PBC, call me. Miguel, Chisora or the ayahuasca? What would you rather see?
Well, I mean, I think the fact that Chisora hasn't won a fight since like 2019, I think he's like on a 3-fight losing streak. I'm not sure what that's going to do. I mean, I'm sure it's going to
I actually have to look it up. I need a Derek.
Yeah, I mean,
Chisora.
I want to say he hasn't won a fight in a couple of years now. So, I mean, we know what's going to happen, right? It's going to be a confidence builder for Wilder. But that ayahuasca trip is intriguing as all hell. Oh, my
God, would that not be the best?
And then, him thinking he's a real king, like, oh, your king is back.
When did this,
he will be
by the way, when did
there.
this happen that you had to log into BoxRec?
What the heck? Just go to Wiki.
I'm just telling you, it won't, when did BoxRec want my info?
What the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they an account in this.
Oh, kiss my ass, BoxRec.
Just go to Wiki. Wiki will.
I'll log in. I mean, that's fine. What's the big deal? I just can't believe BoxRec is now one of those websites collecting data. We're sorry, but what? You need what consent? Okay, continue.
What the heck? Yeah.
I need Chisora. That's all I need.
That was some consent you had.
He's all just clicking shit.
What the hell? Enter your credit card to find out his boxing record.
Yes.
All right, so he lost to Parker twice. He lost to Usyk. He beat David Price. Who the blue hell is David Price?
You guys,
Spilska.
You guys got to remember though.
Woo! This is
you got to remember though.
He lost to Dillian White. That's how far back this guy goes.
And knocked the fuck out too.
He was brutally beaten though in his last fight. This is just about, does Deontay have the mentality to be in the ring? I mean, Chisora is going to test his mental, right? He's going to hit him. He's going to get in the inside. It's going to be a rough fight. If you see, all those fights are decision defeat. So he goes 12 rounds with the best of them. Usyk being number 1 or number 2. Tyson Fury number 1, but Usyk being one of the best, and he went 12 rounds with him. So it's a good fight for Deontay to come back, and it's a really good fight for Chisora, a guy looking for a paycheck, and you have a fighter across the ring that might not be ready to be in the ring, and you have the power to stop him. So both fighters seem like there's good reasons to take this fight. I don't see anything. I think it sells. I definitely think it sells.
Let me think outside the box for the PBC. You've got the king of African King in Deontay Wilder. Why not do this in Zimbabwe? I mean, we get Don King involved, right? This has got the whole Zaire vibe written all over it.
But okay, wait a minute. Now, yes, but that was Ali, and this is Wilder. It would have to be how hot Deontay is out there before you put a fight on, because that's another thing I wanted to say, Lee. If this fight is going on the back of the audience to pay the fighters, you got to do it in the UK. This fight doesn't sell in America. Don't put it in Vegas. Don't put it in LA. It's not going to sell here. But if you do it in the UK, because of Tyson Fury and Wilder's history and Chisora's kind of he's like the Arturo Gatti of the heavyweight division for them. This fight sells big time out there. I think they can make their money.
I'm not letting that one go. He's the Arturo. What did you just say?
Yes, a lot of his fights are on pay-per-view, and he has a dozen losses. That's all I mean by that.
Okay.
He's a fan favorite. He's a fan favorite fighter out there in the UK.
No, he's the Azuma Nelson of his generation. I mean, we could pick a lot of names that fit into that. I'm just giving you shit. You're just back. You think if I wasn't going to bust your balls, you're out of your fucking mind. I mean,
that's all I meant. That's all I meant by it. See, the fan favorite out there. You put Wilder in the ring. It's a good fight.
Shout out to Sam Navajero. I just did an Azuma Nelson reference. How much of a throwback is that bad boy? Ugas is back, and since people are calling people out this week, and that seems to be this week's episode's title, just call people out for shits and giggles. Yeah, after Spence, I'm going to fight Crawford. Why the fuck not? I want to be undisputed. Well, asshole, that's because you're not good enough to beat either one of those guys, but I anticipate the best from Spence. The best. For those of you who are watching the video, there are moments, because you guys aren't watching the actual video being shot, where I'm actually doing close-ups into the camera, and that's one of those. Really? Ugas, look closely. Here. Your best? It sounds like me when I went to the Pan Am Games. I'm going to do my best. What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to get a free t-shirt. That's what I think is going to happen. And then I think I'm going to be choked out by a Brazilian really quick. All right, let's talk about this. Ugas is feeling very full of himself. I'll start with you, Miguel. Sure, why not? You know what? Fuck it. Let's call out the division. He's not getting past Spence, is he?
No, absolutely not. I'm sure he's aware of that. I'm sure he knows it in the back of his mind. So he's like, let me go ahead and make the most out of my 15 minutes of fame
double
here.
Down?
Yeah, double down. Why not? Exactly. I mean, he almost had his moment, his time when he nearly defeated Porter several years back. Now he's got a victory over Manny Pacquiao, so now he's a made man. So it's like, well, let me go ahead and make the best of my time at the top for as long. Well, I don't know. I guess relatively speaking, the top, closer to the top. But I don't blame him for trying to get as much as he can out of this. However much longer he's going to be close to the top. But I definitely don't see him beating Spence. I don't even see like a close decision, honestly. I think it's going to be a fucking total wipeout, but I guess, that remains to be seen. We'll find out when the fight actually happens. But I kind of like this side of Ugas. Ugas has kind of always been a little bit of a more of a shy guy, like
sure,
in
why
Spanish
not? Let's get some
him
diamonds on the glasses. Let's get a little money. Let's a little bling it up. Let's go full PBC Fox.
Get a little attitude. He's always kind of big. In the Spanish, we call them rancheros. They're rancheros. Those guys, they're very to themselves.
Seems a little more baracho to me, but all right, if you want to go ranchero, I got the vibe.
Because he's kind of, to himself, but I like this a little bit of attitude. I mean, I guess
because I personally think he's got to be a little mentally fucked up on something if he believes that he can beat either one of these guys, which would definitely make him a little more baracho than ranchero. Andrew, does this man have any chance of getting through the onslaught of what the PBC is about to do to him?
Look, Spence hasn't been in a big fight in a while. We were talking about Spence's health going into the Pacquiao fight, and then it got derailed because of a health issue. Ugas is big. He has a win over Manny Pacquiao. In my opinion, Manny won the fight. That's just me. The world thought Ugas, we move on. But so he has a victory over Manny Pacquiao. Spence doesn't. I don't know if Spence even has a victory over someone that's better than Manny Pacquiao on his resume. He probably doesn't. So Ugas has something over him right there. Ugas's life has changed. I will give him that. Last night it was crazy. The fur coats, the diamonds, the jewelry.
Full pimp.
If you follow him on social media, his whole house is white. It's like that Belly. You guys ever seen that movie Belly with DMX?
Yeah.
You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole white dude. His whole house is white. Like he's total freaking.
Isn't that
just
the
everything
P. Diddy
changed
thing?
overnight?
Wait, isn't that the P Diddy thing? They do the white party once a year or something crazy. As I try to keep up on.
No, it might be. I don't know. I just remember the movie Belly, and that's what Ugas's life reminds me of right now.
It's good for when you kill people because the blood sprays the wall.
So he has that part. He has that part going into the Spence fight. Is the fire there? You hope it's there. He has a lot of bills. I'll tell you that. When those all that luxury brings high prices. So yeah, he's going to be fighting for that lifestyle. They can always tell him that.
He's worth.
So I like the fight.
He can't be worth more than a couple of million, Andrew. He's a cheap get.
I like the fight for Ugas. Listen, if Ugas beats Spence, he has wins versus Manny Pacquiao and Spence going into the negotiations for Crawford possibly. Can't be in a better position than him right now. So he has a lot to fight for. Spence, I think he thinks more about Terrence Crawford than he does Ugas. So very interesting fight coming up. I'll watch it illegally. I will not buy it because I'm boycotting Spence on buying his fights until he fights Crawford. But it's an interesting fight going in. Definitely a live underdog. Definitely.
Moving forward. Hearn not worried about the potential COVID-19 protocols affecting Taylor Serrano gate. That's it. That's the whole story. Moving forward. You know what? I'm giving him time, Miguel. I'm giving him time.
That's good enough. That's all we can ask. That's all we can ask.
Joining us on the show.
No.
She's been here for the last couple of weeks, Andrew.
Yes.
All right. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Hey.
Hey, Clarissa. How you doing?
COVID. No fight.
No fight.
No fight.
Is this your doing, Clarissa?
Maybe. Just saying. Moving forward, Dillian White signed the goddamn contract. Woohoo!
Sheesh.
I feel like it's the Super Bowl. I feel like Dillian White won the Super Bowl. I don't even care how the fight turns out. Motherfucker got paid. Finally. Okay? I'm so excited that the fight got signed for him to get knocked out because that's what's going to happen. Okay? I didn't even include the crazy-ass stories of everybody giving Dillian White a chance in this fight because once this thing was signed, everybody weighed in on Dillian White actually having a shot against Tyson Fury, which is completely batshit crazy. Tyson Fury is the baddest heavyweight on the planet right now. And I'll jump ahead because Tyson Fury this week on social media, I'm sure Andrew saw it and I'm sure you saw it, Miguel, that little sort of Ringo Starr, hey, I'm going into a hole to go train for the next 2 months to fuck this dude up. Don't call me. That was the coolest shit ever. Don't call me. Don't message me. Don't go on social media. Don't write me a note. I'm really going to go train and I'm really going to go beat this dude up. Everybody got it? Cool. I feel like Dillian White, this should be, what's the movie with the Wayans brother? Great White Hype?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Dillian White should show up to the fight at 300 pounds and don't even fucking train. Like, just take your $8 million and call it a day, bro. You're going to get jacked up. Like, Tyson Fury takes every fight seriously. He's got a super high positive motivational coach. He does take everything hyper seriously. And if I were Dillian White, based on his record of just basically limping through life, let's put that on the screen, shall we? Because guess what? He fought Derek Chisora. So let's see how you've done. Let's see. You beat Povetkian. That's not a real fight. You lost to Povetkian. That's really kind of weird and sad. And the rest of your wins are against people I've never literally heard of. I mean, Derek Chisora, I wouldn't call your Parker win your finest moment. I did watch that. Robert Helenius, really? I mean, kind of sad. I mean, he's had to hold on. Oh, you got jacked by Joshua, who seems to get jacked. Oh, yeah. It's not good. This is not a good record. This is not a good future for him. I mean, this is kind of like the Deontay Wilder light, sort of getting cast into the wrong position at the wrong time. I'm really happy he signed the fight. I'm really happy he's getting the $8 million payday. I'm really happy he's getting a shot at the WBC title. I really think he's going to be out in 4 rounds. With that said, my advice, please, Dillian White, please eat cake and ice cream and just
What,
show up.
what's the equivalent of cake over there? I mean, I'm sure they have their
No,
own
they have
like
cakes.
desserts.
They have
Right? I know, but
cakes.
they got like some sort of specialty, right? English specialty, right? Pie or something, or pudding or something.
Pudding. Yeah, whatever the fuck it is you English people blandly make that tastes like shit. I mean, shout out to the English fans. And the 16,000 that are now following us on social media this week. And if you're English, sorry, your food is bland and shitty. I start with you, Andrew Labouche. They signed it. Is it really going to happen, or does Dillian White get the COVID?
No, everything is pointing towards it happening. Tyson Fury, he's in a great position right now.
Easy fight.
He gets
Wembley
to fight
Stadium.
with.
It's great.
Yeah, he's making big money. He gets to fight a guy that he's going to be a huge favorite on. What's going on over there in Ukraine and Alexander Usyk returning home, that puts the AJ fight in jeopardy. And so then you got Tyson Fury maybe being able to back up this fight with the Joshua showdown. It would be huge. I think Kell Brook and Amir Khan showed us that the UK can drive a fight on its own. That fight was filled. It was packed. The people were excited. You got to believe that a Joshua Fury fight with the history that they have would generate the same fans, probably for double the money. So he has that. There's a lot of things pointing in Tyson Fury's favor right now. So he's motivated. He needs to not fuck this up. You go away, you train, you prepare yourself, you come back and you get this victory and see what's out there. For Dillian, maybe it was a great move by the promoters to have him go into hiding until the final hour. We did a lot of promoting for these guys. The boxing world did. Where's Dillian? Why isn't he fighting? Why isn't he fighting? I mean, yeah, exactly. A lot of people were talking about this fight. So now everyone knows about it. It's signed. It's delivered. Should be a good fight.
Miguel Antonio Barragan, should he eat cake and take his beating like a man?
No. Dillian, if you're watching this or listening to this, please do not listen to what. Do not listen to what Lee was saying. Train your ass off and roll the fucking dice. Yeah. Roll the dice.
Sure.
Who the hell knows what can happen when you're in there in a fucking scrap with these two heavyweights.
I actually do.
Well, I know, but I mean, he's going to be a heavy underdog. We all know this, but crazier things have happened. So, roll the fucking dice, but go in there as prepared as you possibly can be. May the odds be in your favor, even though they absolutely are not. But don't listen to what Lee is saying. If Lee has,
we listen. Suddenly with all the newfound listeners and people we have, suddenly it's all getting back to the fighters, and that's the thing. Yeah,
yes,
you're now gonna listen to me a decade later. Bad advice. I mean, that is horrible advice. All right, so here's the real question. I'll start with you, Andrew. How quick do they sell out Wembley on Wednesday?
Well, that's the big question, right? That's what I was talking about. This is going to show the star power of Tyson Fury right here, because he's driving this fight more than Dillian. So I don't know. I'm very interested in seeing how fast the fight sells out, because that's going to play huge when he does get into negotiating with possible Joshua.
There you go. Miguel.
How quickly it sells out?
Yeah. Do you think they sell it out within the first couple of hours?
Well, where's it going to be at again?
Wembley.
O2?
Wembley Stadium.
Oh, shit. That's bigger than O2, isn't it?
Yeah. In fact, I don't know if I included the story, but it's Wembley Stadium for sure. 100%.
Oh, there's right there. Yeah. There it is. It says it right there. Wow. Damn, you know what? I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty big-ass fucking stadium. I'm going to say they don't sell it out, but they'll get really close. They will get pretty damn close.
90,000.
That's a lot of fucking seats. That's a lot of seats.
They're not going to.
That's more than the Super Bowl, kids.
In that case, I don't think they're going to get close to that. I mean, they'll do some big numbers for sure, but no fucking way in hell would they get even close to 90K, no.
All right, I'm making a quote right now because I like making quotes.
Okay.
Because nobody cares. They sell it out on the day they sell the tickets. All 90,000 seats go like that. Just because it's Tyson Fury coming home as the champ. And yeah, I'm going to quote it. And really, it doesn't hurt me to pick this. It's not like picking a fight, for God's sakes. Okay, I'm not gonna include it. I just put the quote up because this started the whole thing. And when I was pulling stories, I'm like, wow, there are really people giving Dillian White a chance in this fight. I would hope his trainer gave him the best chance, which is why it was nice. For Xavier Miles, who coaches nobody else. But I mean, seriously, good for him for saying that. Let's move forward. Michaela Mayer would love to face the Taylor Serrano winner, joining us on the show. Hey.
Man, double two appearances on the same show.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you see our pictures?
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay, cool.
I absolutely did.
Next story. Crawford, I've done my part trying to get Spence. I'd love Charlo Castano winner. Back to our theme of this show of randomly just call out fucking people and let's just see what happens, especially people in the PBC. All right. So last week, as I recall, Miguel, we weren't sure if Castano was actually fighting Charlo and they're looking for a replacement for Charlo and Castano. And I don't know if Crawford is offering to be the replacement or he's at the fight or on the undercard. But this is such PBC bullshit that I'm actually getting a little frustrated with it at this point. I think Crawford's gone full PBC. That's I think the point of this is Crawford's gone full PBC on me. And I feel real bad. So I'll start with you on this one. One, right, we did this story, right? Castano's not doing the fight last time I checked.
Right. And there's been some volunteers, in particular
including
Tim Tszyu.
Including Tim Tszyu,
yes.
Crawford, I don't know, space aliens at this point. So is this just PBC bullshit?
I mean, I for one don't think Crawford has gone over to the dark side of PBC, so I don't think this is PBC bullshit. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like it, right? Because generally speaking, a lot of these PBC guys tend to call other fighters after they've already signed with other fights. That's kind of like their thing, It's like once they're taken, they start calling them out. This kind of has that feel to it because we all know Charlo and Castano plan to get it on at some point. I don't know how soon Castano is going to be able to make his comeback or how this derails. Does it completely eliminate the fight, with Castano not being in the picture for the time being, or is it just a postponement? We don't know to what degree, but I mean, the only reason I'm saying it doesn't feel like a like PBC bullshit is because let's just say in this wacky world of boxing that Castano doesn't can't fucking fight, and rather than to continue with postponing that fight, Charlo just moves on and boom, we have Crawford Charlo. So why the fuck not? So the fact that there's a little bit of a room in there, a wiggle room for Crawford to go in, because the PBC standard is call guys out after they've already signed the dotted line for someone else.
Well,
That's
no,
kind of
it actually now
is,
the new thing seems to be call out random people and not fight them.
Yeah, well, this one we might get his bitch card pulled on this, because if Castano gets doesn't happen, right? Charlo is free. So hey, why wait until Charlo Castano winner? Go after fucking Charlo. After all, he's a unified champ. Yes, Castano has one title, but Charlo has like 3 at this point, in the 4-belt era. So hey, why not? Crawford, go after him. When did Crawford fight? When he fought what the fuck? I'm trying to remember the date of his last fight, but I mean, maybe it's too soon?
I can't even remember the last time Crawford fought.
I don't know.
That's
well, it was Porter, right? I think it was Porter.
I'm sure it was, but I mean, previous to that,
Porter,
the last time we saw
how
Crawford
many months ago already? Like, has it been enough time for him to recover and then get back into training camp to potentially fight someone like Charlo? I mean, he would be too small for 154, but fuck it, why not? I'm down for that if Castano's not in the picture for the time being.
Andrew, I know what I'd love your answer to be. I just know what I'd love your answer to be, but I'll ask. What do you think of this whole debacle of Spence, Charlo, Castano? We had this talk last week.
Yes, we did. Yes.
Andrew.
I think the writing's already on the wall on what's holding up Terrence Crawford's career right now, and it's his demand of money. He was let go of Top Rank because he wasn't making them any money. Eddie
because
Hearn
he
came out a
doesn't
few
because
weeks
he
ago.
doesn't make any money. I mean that's the bottom line.
I know.
Yeah,
Well, let me
that's
finish.
the real
Eddie
problem.
Hearn.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn came out and said, "Hey, I would love to work with them, but not for what he's demanding." You're pointing at a company that been rumored has been hurting financially for a few years now, and that's the PBC that seems to be putting everything on pay-per-view right now because they don't have the dates or the money to put the fighters on their free television platforms. So Terrence Crawford, he doesn't do good on pay-per-view.
Nope.
He wants too much money.
Yep.
There's no way he's signing with the PBC.
Nope.
Look, the PBC guys don't do good on pay-per-view. We all know this. The PBC has been driven by, they've been driven by a loan, an investment that they were given, and Al Heyman had a blank check to work with. That's what's been driving the PBC all this time. It was never the eyes that were watching these fights. So it was a good idea when he first made it, but it did not pan out. None of these guys turned into Floyd. The one that made the biggest money was Deontay Wilder, and that's really because he reached out and did a pay-per-view with ESPN and Tyson Fury, who's a global name. So Terrence Crawford is not going to the PBC. I don't expect a signing here soon unless he comes off of his demands. What's his name? Al Heyman is kind of milking him like he's done his whole career. Al Heyman is letting him get dry. When he gets desperate, the bills are due. He has no money. DAZN don't want him. Top Rank don't want him. He burned his bridge with Top Rank with the damn racism lawsuit. Then he comes out and says that now he's being blackballed by his own community, his own. I don't want to say people. We're all the same. But you know what I'm saying. You know what he said. No, we're all the same. I don't look at us like that.
No, I know.
But he's saying
it's just ridiculous.
His brown brothers are not buying into his fights.
You mean slackjaw hillbillies? Then yes, I would agree. Slackjaw hillbillies are rejecting you from down south.
Well, no, and we've heard African or Black Americans talk about this before, Lee. Andre Ward used to talk about it, and Daniel Jacobs used to talk about it, how there's just sometimes they're not. Evander Holyfield, another one, has great wins in his career.
Slackjaw hillbillies are slackjaw hillbillies. That's my point. I don't care if they're black, white, brown, or purple. You're a slackjaw hillbilly, and they're going to treat you like shit. That has nothing to do with your skin tone. That's the problem. If he would say that, I would have more respect for him. When you're from the South and you have that draw and you have that kind of hillbilly
mentality. But he's not from the South.
Yeah, he kind of is. He kind of is. He kind of is.
Nebraska?
Yeah, he's Nebraska. All right. You're not going to let me have my thing. All right, fine. I'm going to let it go.
Go ahead.
He's from Nebraska.
Go ahead.
No, it's cool. I'm over it. Did you miss doing the show, Andrew?
That's what Terrence Crawford said. We're not making this up. That came out of Crawford's mouth on why the Spence fight now is not being made. But we all know that's bullshit. He's being desperate right there. It's not being made because of what the promoters are saying. He's not making the money. His pay-per-views suck. They don't get over 200,000 buys, and the guy wants millions of dollars. Can't do it. It doesn't add up.
Same as Deontay Wilder. Slackjaw hillbilly.
I hear you.
Slackjaw hillbilly. There is just something that happens somewhere around that Oklahoma, Nebraska, Kansas area where you just become dumb, fucked, and from the farm. And I don't care what color you are. Ain't got nothing to do with it.
Andre Ward's from Oakland, California. So there's
Andre's
guys from different areas.
Andre Ward, we'll get to Andre Ward in the conspiracy of Catterall and Josh Taylor in just a moment. But I literally watched him play ball live on TV. Like, he changed his scorecards on TV. I took screenshots. Fuck Andre Ward. By the way, if you're not watching the video, yes, I just flipped off the camera. Fuck Andre Ward. He played ball. Somebody made a phone call. You can watch him make the phone call. They changed the...
No.
Get me started. Hey, White Trash is back. Kovalev, yes. White Trash. I said it.
Jeez.
White Trash. White Trash. Crusher K is back. Apparently he's not in jail. Apparently he's going to fight again. And he's going to fight 4 more times. Against whom? I don't actually care. I just thought I'd throw it in because maybe, based on our newfound fan base, one of you is into Crusher K. Andrew, are you excited Crusher K is coming back for a cruiserweight title shot? He's going up.
No.
Nope, didn't think so. And that was kind of the answer I wanted when I went to the PBC thing. And, well, all right, I got it here. Payoff. Miguel, Crusher K?
I mean, not really. We know he's he knows he's on the tail end of his career already. He says a couple of fights here and then retirement. So retirement, once you start talking about it, which, it is a good idea because, he's gotten his ass handed to him pretty bad recently and he's not the Crusher anymore. We know he's not, that's long gone. So once he starts mentioning retirement, it's 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. And that means that they don't put 100% into training and into the camps and whatnot. And that just means you'll see it come fight night in the ring. He'll probably get hurt. So I'm not too interested in seeing him get hurt. I'd rather he just maybe one fight for like one final payday and then call it a day or call it a career.
Okay. Well, the fact that I gave him time is... Shout out to all the white people who watch the show. There you go. Crusher K made it. Tyson Fury swears off social media. Yeah, that's the story I talked about earlier. Let's get to the big story of the day. Oscar De La Hoya finally retires. For those of you who missed it this week, Oscar De La Hoya did a very heartfelt, listen, bro. Like I trained,
Hey, Lee.
bro. Listen, bro.
Hey, Lee, I wish you could get a soundbite of every time you said that since 2006. That'd be pretty good.
If I had the
Oscar
patience,
De La Hoya is hanging it up, people.
if I had the patience to go through and pull sound clips of some of the crazier shit we've ever said, listen, bro. I mean it this time, bro. Like, listen, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, bro.
Retirement number 4.
I'm not gonna do anything with strippers anymore, bro. I'm not gonna fuck anybody's best friends, girlfriends anymore. I'm not doing any of that shit anymore, bro. I'm done. In fact, I'm swearing off of cocaine, allegedly, spoons, boxing,
Allegedly.
MMA. No, there's no allegedly on the spoons. There's no allegedly on the spoon shit. The fishnet stockings, bro. No more on the fishnet stockings, bro. No more. I'm
How about
swearing
the
off
Mexican colored gloves? How about those?
Not those, bro.
Okay.
They're on the wall. All right. I still want to kick Andrew's ass from 20 years ago. But other than that, if Andrew wants to be called out, I'm just saying it right now. I'm throwing it down, Andrew. $1 million right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. I'll put the gloves on one time. The Mexican colored gloves. One more time. Fuck him. You know what? For those that don't get this, because we have a bigger fan base now, this is like, talking about Oscar is like my little side joke about my former Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach and doing his voice. Just kind of like a cathartic thing. And if you don't know that history, go find the drunk shows. You'll find out all about my crazy history. Oscar is like every dude I ever came out of East LA with. They're backstabbing pieces of shit that will fucking stab you, stick a spoon up their ass, steal your girlfriend, and just be a piece of He's a piece of shit. I'm so tired of Oscar and his... Mario, tell him about the time, Mario. Shut up, dude. You're like literally every dude I went to high school with. You're literal. You know what? In fact, because he's a few years younger, my sister told me recently, she's like, oh yeah, I used to see him at backyard parties all the time. I'm like, are you shitting me? And you're just now telling me this fact? Like, I feel like you've left out some really quality data to a guy who does a boxing show. Well, Andrew, for the 15th time, how many, 15 years? 15, 16 years? 16 years. 16 years.
07 was his fight, right? 07, I think.
Is that, are we there? So 15. So we're 15 years into doing this, Andrew. Andrew, is this it? Is he done?
Well, yeah, because I think like 3 of his retirements are retiring from his training. He's not actually fighting. It's always he gets caught in these interviews where he talks about a comeback. You watch him do a little jump rope. We talk about it every time, right? It's the back. It's been his back since the Pacquiao fight. Since the Steve Forbes fight, it's been his back. So this is just, Oscar. He gets these itches. He goes to the gym. He works out for 2 months, and then obviously he's throwing out his back or something. Wasn't it Mike Tyson that talked about it one time when he said you can train, you'll get one good day of training, and then you're down for 2 weeks or something like that?
Yeah.
I think
regarding this fight
Tyson
with
said that.
That's with Roy Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely Oscar De La Hoya, and he tries to convince himself that he can do this all the time. So yes, this should be. They're not taking him serious anymore, anyways. This should be the last one.
All right, Miguel. You've only been with the show for what, 3-5 years? You've been here for so long. It's almost ridiculous.
Has it been? No, it's been like.
It's been a while now. I don't want to break it to you. We've done solo shows. You're coming out here next week, and we're doing a week of shows. That's fucking crazy. I'm actually cooking extra food for you, for God's sakes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, no. I'll keto all week, and I got clenbuterol. We'll get you all jacked up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It'll be great. I'll shoot some testosterone in your ass. It'll be fun.
Bonding.
What?
It's bonding, Andrew. Jeez.
Damn.
Don't be jealous. Don't be a hater, Andrew. I mean, you come down to San Diego with 15 kids and you never, he gets as close as Anaheim, and I don't even know he's here till he leaves. And it's so true. Every time I think he just doesn't want to come here with all the kids. He just doesn't want to do it. And I completely understand. I don't know how I'd feel if I was bringing.
And you got to put every second into Disneyland when they're charging.
Oh my God.
$1,700 to get into the fucking place.
SeaWorld, bro. SeaWorld, bro. Wait.
No.
Advice from Oscar De La Hoya. Here you go. Listen, bro. SeaWorld, bro. You buy the monthly pass for
I just like that they're smiling.
There you
just
go, bro.
smile.
And by the way, for the record, I'm going to say it on the show because I don't think I've ever recorded, and someday my daughter's going to listen to all these shows. That stuffed animal that's still in your room is still from Andrew Labouche, which is the cutest thing ever. All right. That's how old Andrew and I are doing this horseshit. Miguel, are you buying the farewell to arms of Mr. De La Hoya?
I am. I bought it back then. He uses the phrase, "I'm hanging up the gloves." I hope you never took them off the fucking hook, bro. I hope this whole time.
That's a hashtag.
I feel like you hung them up back in 2007 and you haven't taken them off the hook. Leave them there. Please, for the sake of all that is holy on this earth, please leave them there. So, yes, I bought it back then. I haven't, yes, I've kind of gotten a little bit antsy with maybe, he announces some of his comebacks, and I'm like, oh, shit, what's going to happen? I thought we were going to have a De La Hoya Trinidad rematch at some point, even post-retirement. That's not going to happen. Fine, so be it. But every time he comes up with this thing of the comeback, it's like, okay, bro, no, we know it's not going to happen. So what I haven't bought were the comebacks. I bought the retirement back in 2007 or whenever the fuck he lost to Pacquiao. So yeah, calling it a day. Yes, thank you, Oscar. You left quite the legacy, more so than you realize, I'm sure, within your coke filled head. But nonetheless,
Allegedly.
Yes. Allegedly, but I'm glad that he's calling it a day. I don't know if this is the last time he's going to call it that, but I sure hope it is.
All right, let's double down on De La Hoya. Hey, I'm a promoter. What do you got to say? The idea is May, bro. Listen, I'm going to get a big stadium in LA, bro, or I don't know, maybe Cinco de Mayo or maybe Mexico or I don't know, strippers, the whole party thing. And I'm going to have Jaime Munguia fight nobody and Gilberto Ramirez fight nobody and Joseph Diaz fight nobody on Cinco de Mayo and then charge a bunch of money because I think Mexican fans are stupid and know they're not fighting anybody and they'll just show up. Please send your hate mail down below in the click banks. I realize some of that is just... But truthfully, Oscar thinks you are stupid fucks if you watch these three fighters fight three stupid fighters. Again, when are they going to fight people? That's all I'm asking. Anybody. I'm just sending it out to the boxing universe. Can I see Munguia or Ramirez or Diaz fight somebody legit? That's all I'm asking. That's all I want at this point. Oscar seems to be protecting everybody in that fucking stable, and now you're going to do it for Cinco de Mayo and take the Floyd Mayweather spot. So I'll start with you, Andrew. He's going to make them fight nobodies at the Bank of California Arena or Vegas or wherever on Cinco de Mayo. When is Cinco de Mayo this year? Jesus. Please don't let it be a Saturday. It's a Thursday. So that means he'll do what, Saturday the 7th or Miguel?
Yeah, most likely.
Or Saturday the 2nd, the 30th.
No. It's going to be, it's going to be a Mayo type of thing. So, the 30th is going to be still April at that point. So, no, I'm pretty sure he's going to go with the 7th.
You like the 7th? I like the 5th, personally. Summer day in L.A., hot as fuck. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Well, and listen, and Canelo's going on the 7th. And I don't give a damn how many Mets put on a card. You're not taking away from Canelo
and
fight.
Bivol.
So,
yeah, that's going to be a tough night.
And Bivol, but it's more, Canelo drives that night. If they're paying for him, because I believe that's going to be pay-per-view. You know what?
It's coming up. It's coming up.
Zone?
Hold on. It's coming up. I actually have that story. They're talking about how much they want to charge for that fucking thing. Here it is. They want like $80. I mean, they're not
for
jacking
new
around.
Subs. For new subs, it's
and they want May
$20
7th.
less
There it is, May 7th.
Yeah.
Wow, see how you are, Andrew? You're just tying the show up. We've missed you. Yeah, so you're going to pay $60 for current subscribers, $80 if you're not a subscriber, to see him fight Dimitri Bivol in what should be, a rather boring fight. But, it's a real fight, at least. Kinda.
Listen, one of the greatest things Oscar could do is maybe try to tie this fight into theirs. If he can get
the way
them
Bob
to put
does,
on the
right? Do that timeout thing where you
he
just
would
time
be
it.
he would be for the subscribers.
Yeah.
He would be for the subscribers, and then later that night they go into the Canelo Bivol card.
You know what I'm thinking, Andrew? Either Vegas or LA in May, outdoor, outside, on a Saturday with a bunch of Hispanic fans drinking all day, watching boring fighting. Nothing says a near riot more than that.
If the pay-per-view isn't doing good, you can stream this one as the undercard, so they get the both fights. They'll get all of them. They'll get Ramirez, Munguia, and Canelo on the same night. They all fight for DAZN, so they're all under the same stable. If Canelo needs help, there's no reason why Oscar shouldn't try to get this fight on with DAZN, and then that gives max exposure to all of their guys. If he tries to do this on his own, on a pay-per-view, he's going to get slaughtered, and no one gets seen on his card.
Sponsored by Modelo. All right, I'm going to check with my sensitivity expert on that one, Miguel. That one was rough. I felt that was like I was going low blow. I admit it. I you haven't been here for some of my collect aluminum cans to go down to the Bank Park Arena comments that I've done some years back about some of the fans for some of Oscar's fights. But and I will admit, in the past, I have been far more over the top about the fans from East Los Angeles going to some of these really shitty Oscar cards and collecting cans to go to those fights. I'm just checking with you. Why is everybody still buying off on this dude who's literally like, he's a whale. He is. It's all fake. It is. I'm calling him out. He's about as Mexican as me. Yeah, you like that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I like that one. That was good. From Oklahoma.
I'm from L.A.
No, you're heritage.
Well, yeah, they're fucking hillbillies. But I got more Indian than him. If we're gonna base this on California
probably.
Indians, I got more
Right.
Indian. For sure, I got more than that. What is it? Okay, explain the Latin heritage of buying off on this horse shit.
I don't. What else but the name? It's the name. There's no fucking other thing. At this point,
my name.
Look,
I'm changing my name to De La Hoya right now. I will legally change my name to De La Hoya. Oh my God, that's the name of the episode.
Oh jeez. Yes. Wait, first name or last name? Is it gonna be like
what
De
do you
La
want?
Hoya Hunish?
No.
Or like it's gonna be
let's
Lee De La Hoya?
do like Prince De La Hoya.
Oh, just one. All right.
I don't know why I find that so funny, but it's funny.
And that I don't know what they. I mean, like if he were to put on a card like this, not on Cinco de Mayo weekend, of course, because he's going to be competing with. But I mean, having like how many times do we get to see bigger names like this? Gilberto Ramirez and fucking Jojo Diaz
on
the same
fight.
card. Wasn't saying on the same like. But I mean, at least if one of these guys was up against a good opponent, I don't give a fuck which one it was. Either well, I mean, JoJo's already fought good opponents, so I guess he gets a pass.
Yeah,
but either
it's got to be Munguia, man.
Yeah, Munguia particularly. I mean, Gilberto. I mean, I could probably get a pass
He's
too. But
protecting Gilberto forever. He's going to try to get him that fight. He's going to try to get him the fight with Canelo. I get that. Exactly. I totally get that.
So, I mean, I guess Munguia would be the scapegoat here. He needs to fight someone. If they put him against somebody major, I would bite into this. Like, I'd be like, all right, this is. I mean, just
would you come to LA?
Actually, that weekend I'm going to be in South Carolina.
So. Okay. Well, whoa, how are you going to let that one slide?
North Carolina. that one's yeah. I'm going to visit one of my BFFs in North Carolina that week. So I'm pretty sure.
How do you know hillbilly trash from Carolina? I mean, look. Side note, and you used the word BFF again, and we've talked about that on this show.
Yeah, I was trying to divert the attention away from the fact that I was going to be in North Carolina, but yeah, that's where I'll be for that week.
The fact that there's an ad for Scorpion and Skid Row right next to it on the page at the same time all seems kind of all fitting in a strange way. But Oscar,
at the very
Oscar.
Lee, does it give a date? Because even on a Friday, I think this works.
He doesn't have a date.
Miguel.
He's just talking shit.
Or even the Thursday, even like exactly on a Thursday.
Go for Cinco de Mayo. I mean, if you're going to do it, go for broke. It's on a Thursday.
That would make hella sense. That would make a lot more sense.
Go for the 6th.
Yeah.
I'm down with it. I mean, I'll go attend it. I'll go up to LA. I'll take Killian. I mean, I'll go. I mean, he's nuts. And Bank Park is a big stadium. I mean, Bank Park is a really big stadium.
For diehard boxing fans to see Munguia and Ramirez, Diaz is good. He's his career's been up and down. Ramirez and Munguia are both undefeated. These guys would that would be a great weekend for. You got to find a hot boxing community because you'd sell the tickets. But I mean, to be able to go to a live fight and see those two guys with the potential futures that they're going to have. And then the next day is Canelo. That's a dream for a diehard boxing fan. So I think it works.
We're looking at. I mean, we're looking at Munguia, who still hasn't fought anybody, so he's got to fight somebody. Ramirez is going to get knocked out by Canelo, and Diaz is he's B-level talent, but it's cute. Triller bought a huge interest in BKFC.
Oh, jeez.
Right? I'm only doing this one for you, Miguel. This is your story for the week. Triller buying into bare knuckle just means you're going to get more George Strait or, I don't know, Jason Aldean and bare knuckle fighting with, it's not even a story.
This isn't the triangle ring, right? This is something else. This
is those fucking hillbillies down in Florida. The bare knuckle fighting champion.
But I think Triller is
they've got Paige Van
Zandt.
Yeah, but this is the one with Paige Van Zandt. They've actually got some real names here, right? They've actually been able to get Joe Riggs. Yeah, they're talking about it right here. They've actually had some big names. Thiago Alves.
Chad Mendes right there. Yeah.
Really the most exciting thing, they get Paige Van Zandt, and if you don't follow her on social media to see her half naked and then go watch bare knuckle fighting, you're just missing out as a man. I'm just saying, check your man card. There's nothing better than seeing a hot chick, half naked, turn around on Friday, and go fight bare knuckle. All right, enough of that.
It's really funny how in all other sports they're covering up women, but in the MMA and boxing world, it seems like the women have really caught on to the sex sells kind of thing.
Paige Van Zandt is half. I can do it. It's not even that hard because I follow her. I mean, I feel bad that I know this fact, but I follow Paige, and Paige on social media between her and her boyfriend. I mean. Legit. There she is.
Her boyfriend, by the way, just fought for the Bellator middleweight title and got his ass handed to him.
Got his ass handed right there.
Big time.
But
first round.
She is a glorious,
that's why she's standing in front of him.
Yeah, well, she shoots most...
He takes a lot of
How
heat
did this
for
happen?
Wait,
first of all, let's talk about this. How did this happen? where somebody that hot wound up with somebody that... She's like ride or die, and I totally get it. You train together. He's probably got a great personality. Fuck that. Okay.
It's on the inside that counts.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. She generally shoots shit like this all the time.
Oh my gosh,
oh my
dude.
god, she's
Good Lord.
glorious. And this fucking dildo, who's never gonna be a champion. You're not, bro. You're just not. I mean, let me.
He might as well join her in bare knuckle. I mean,
look at
a better shot
her.
there.
He gets that. There is some
Well,
injustice
we
in the
don't
world.
know how. I mean, for all we know, she could be a total bitch. We don't know. We don't know. You know, it doesn't matter how hot she is. You know, generally that's how it is, right? The harder they are, the fucked up the attitude. So who knows?
You know,
Who knows?
it's funny, and I'm going to say this because Andrew's back this week. I was just talking to the new person I'm going out with, and I said, I am jealous of my friend Andrew. I don't even understand that life of finding the perfect person the first time, going through adversity, going through hell, all the way to a house, to a life, to everything, still together, stronger than ever. However, I have chased after things.
My uncle once told me the grass always looks greener on the other side, but if you water yours, it'll be just green.
Andrew,
I do a lot of watering.
Andrew,
took that to heart.
Yeah.
Hey,
if this is your first time listening to the show, I would say this to anybody worried about their...
You do all that shit.
Shout out to Andrew at this moment. If this is your first time listening to the show, go back about 4 episodes to listen to the bowling story. Because for a man to be excited to go bowling to get laid, there's... Fuck. Now, I'm just going to say, for the record, if that's the grass next door to my house, there's kind of a problem.
Sometimes in the parking lot. I'm just playing, Lee. I'm just playing.
Look at her!
Yeah, spice it up.
Look at her! And she fights bare fucking knuckle.
That's what I don't like, though. I don't like the fight. She fights bare knuckle. Man, them girls get beat up in that.
I gotta be honest.
Dude,
I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of superficial damage. It's not like too much trauma because, you know, the trauma comes with a big punch. But it leaves fucking scars, you know. It cuts you open your eyebrows and stuff like that. I mean, like, that's kind of, I mean, not to sound like a dick, but that's kind of all she's got is her freaking looks. You know what I'm saying? Like, she couldn't make it in the UFC. And she comes. Well, my point is this. She's coming over to bare knuckle fighting.
The other one that we're talking about who fights for this organization, who I follow as well because I'm a fucking psycho. Where is she? Where's Holly? Where's Holly?
You spelled her name wrong. There's an H in the last name too. Home, I think.
Why am I not getting Holly? Oh my God, Holly's even hotter. I think she's single currently. I think I got a chance.
No, she's married, isn't she?
Is she?
I don't know. But my point being that, you know, she's coming over here, Paige Van Zandt, and then she's going to be left with a fuck ton of, like, you know, scars on the one face that she has that, you know, is making her money. That's all I'm saying.
Well, all right. We got to stop on this. We have more news to cover. Ryan's back. Hey, you know what? I haven't fought anybody at the last weight class, so I'm just going to go up to the next weight class and then fight somebody at that weight class, even though I haven't really signed that fight with that dude at that weight class. So I'm just going to really very soon... Can we have an official moratorium where I don't have to pull Ryan Garcia's stories anymore? I don't care that he's training with Goosen. I don't give 2 nut fucking sacks full of cum about this fucker anymore until he fights anyone. I'm just done. He is literally a step below the Paul brothers at this point. At least the Paul brothers are actually fighting people. This dude hasn't fought anybody. Still hasn't fought anybody. He milked Oscar, which, all right, I'll just call that good gaming. Andrew, am I wrong? This dude's full of shit. I'm over it. I'm calling him on his bullshit. In fact, I'm calling him out for the...
Hey, look, since the explosion of the lightweights, I guess you can say Ryan has taken a back seat. Yes. Before, he was a very good prospect. The Linares, the Campbell fight, these are great. Exactly. Then the lightweights got really hot, and he went into the mental institution. You know, he had to check in.
He tried to fuck a chick or something or whatever it was. Whatever.
Who knows? Listen, I don't really know what happened, but he took a back seat. He took a back seat, and I mean, you know, calling guys out at 140. There's no reason. I'm really surprised he isn't on that card for the May fight. with the fan base that they proclaim he has, you think he'd be the perfect candidate to run the main event on the May 7th card that they're trying to put together.
He's fighting Tagbo in San Antonio. His next fight is Tagbo. And I think it comes up. There it is. This is the Tagbo fight. It's official for April 9th. All right, Tagbo is bullshit. All right, this fight is bullshit. You're fighting nobody again. Emmanuel Tagbo. Are you into it, Andrew?
Well, he's undefeated, correct?
32-1.
32-1. He's 32-1. That's a decent look. It's a comeback fight for Garcia. He's been out for a while. It's not a decent opponent to come back with, So no, I will be watching this fight.
Perhaps his big win over, I don't know, Mason Maynard or Ishmael Cab Driver or
what's his power?
Gusev,
go up to his record, Lee.
We're
go
looking
up to his record.
32-1.
He's 32-15. He's rocking like what, a 50%?
Yeah, right. He fought Mason Maynard, the Mason, and Ishmael. Don't call me Ishmael the fisherman. Gusev the cab driver. Moses Palusus. Dude, all these fights are in like Accra. I don't even know what country this is.
Africa. And
is
that
it?
makes him a hard
Ghana?
fighter.
No. Ghana? Isn't it Ghana?
Ghana?
Yeah, he's from Ghanaian. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
If I'm not
That's
mistaken,
what an
he's only fought
educational
outside
show
of
in
Ghana
a strange
twice.
way.
It's
in
He's only
Ghana.
fought outside
It's
of the country
Ghana.
twice.
All right.
I mean, it is a good fight for Garcia to come back to. It's kind of sort of kind of a safe bet. The fact that this fight is in April, I mean, I wouldn't have minded him just waiting another fucking month
Put
and
him on the
fighting
main card.
But I mean, to some degree, Jojo Diaz has kind of gone, has been the step, or what is it, the redhead stepchild to fucking De La Hoya, because a couple of times De La Hoya has been talking about, or had talked about, or tweeted about Ryan Garcia being the future, yada yada, and Jojo kind of took it to the heart. He's like, all right, motherfucker, what am I doing here then? So the fact that Jojo's going to be on that card and not Ryan, I kind of dig it. I like that, but I don't know. I mean, it probably would have gotten a lot more attention if Ryan would have been on that May card.
That's really sad that Luke Campbell's the best fight on his entire record. Maybe Fonseca, but
we all expected this 135-pound division to be the shit with all the names on here, and a select few are fighting one another. God damn it! If they all go up to 140 eventually, end up fighting each other at 140, I'll take it. Fine, same people.
But Lee, Campbell. And Campbell had just had the decent split decision loss to Linares and the decision loss to Lomachenko. So
look at that face,
for
Andrew.
Garcia,
look at that face, Andrew. He's a serial killer. I'm just saying it out loud.
It doesn't matter. It's also a gold medal winner in the Olympics, something
True.
Garcia didn't do. And an ex-champ. The guy had credentials to at least show us what Garcia was. He drops Garcia in the fight. Let's remember that.
Yeah.
So then at the very end, Garcia with the devastating body shot looked like the real deal. The kid had, the adversity. He got knocked down. He gets up. He's hurt. He fights through it. He gets the knockout. It's a great win for Garcia at this moment. But then, yeah, he falls off. He's just, and so this, I do like the comeback fight. Look, African fighters, you don't mess with these guys. These guys, they're like, Mexican fighters. They come, they give it their all. A lot of the times they're robbed on the scorecards. They definitely deserve victories, and they don't get them because they're fighting the other guy's home country. So this is a decent fight for Garcia. I'll be watching, but I do agree. I wish he would have waited 1 month and made that a stellar pay-per-view for Oscar De La Hoya's company. Because Lee, at that point, you're buying that pay-per-view because of Garcia, Ramirez, Munguia, and Diaz. Now it doesn't even matter. It's just a party night of great Mexicans fighting, and we're barbecuing.
I'm down with that if that's what Oscar was making it, but that's not what Oscar will make it. Oscar will make it, this is the Cinco de Mayo thing to watch and not Canelo. And
Ramirez is going to beat Floyd's 50-0.
Yeah, it's going to be horseshit. It's going to be,
gosh.
fuck. I'll be there. I admit it. I'm a fucking whore. Hey, shout out to the Klitschko brothers. both of the Klitschko brothers, just as a note from all of us, I will speak for all three of us. The Klitschko brothers and Alexander Usyk going back home, picking up rifles, defending their country. Fucking men.
Lomachenko went home.
Lomachenko went home too. They're fucking men. I don't want to be emotional about it. Klitschko, the older Klitschko was the first one. Former mayor of Kiev, right? Was the first one to pick up his weapon. His brother came out. Then it was Alexander, and then it was Lomachenko. So shout out to all those guys. You know what? You're gonna give up your life for your country. You got nothing. Makes you men in my mind. Tim Tszyu, Jermell Charlo, a lion. He's a little pussycat. All right, let's go back to our main theme of today's show, randomly calling out people. Tim Tszyu would like to be inserted into the Charlo Castagno party. You weren't here last week, Andrew, so how do you feel about Tim Tszyu and Jermell Charlo or Jamal or whatever fucking Charlo it is? I'm over the Charlos.
It was a big step up for Tszyu. It's one of those rookie call-outs that you don't know if they're actually ready for, but you see fighters do this sometimes. Thought it was an easy fight to get made with them both being on the same card. If Charlo really wanted to fight and make some money, I thought he would have taken the fight. Now, for whatever reason, it seems like he went quiet on this challenge. I think Tszyu is Castano's a good fighter. He's still really unknown to even the diehard boxing world. Maybe PBC fans will be interested in this fight. But I thought Tszyu, when you're talking about a global name, Tszyu is actually bigger than Castano, and the fight would have actually done better.
Way bigger. Shout out to Australia and shout out to Sam Navajero. But yes, I agree.
Yeah, so it's surprising that Charlo went quiet on the call out. I didn't even hear him respond.
Do you suppose this is a follow me ad and I made the mistake of clicking on seeing about the scorpions around my birthday? I'm still stuck on this ad on the side of the page. Miguel, week 2 of Tszyu Charlo, is it really going to happen, or are we just going to get some bullshit fill in for Castagno who's not going to fight?
I suspect that Jamel,
whatever,
isn't
Charlo,
this Charlo, the 154 Charlo.
I'm calling a moratorium right now on the show. All right, I don't do this very often. In fact, I'm putting the camera back on. I don't do this very often on the show. All Charlos are to be referred to as Charlo from now on. I don't care what their first name is. They're either in jail or they're fighting nobody. I mean, that's just what they do. They're shit. All right, there you go.
That works for me.
Charlo. A Charlo. Yes. How about A Charlo?
There you go.
A Charlo.
One of the Charlos.
What do you think A Charlo is going to fight on that particular night?
I think he's going to wait. I don't think the fight's even going to go down. I don't think he's going to fight anybody. I think he's going to totally hold on to his belt. He's not going to want any sort of potential monkey wrenches or anything like that. So he's going to basically sit on those belts, wait until Castagno's ready, and then we're going to see the fight happen. But it's a damn shame. And I think we mentioned this last time. I would give Charlo, hella props if he fucking took this fight with Tszyu. It is a humongous jumping competition from his past competition. I'm talking about Tszyu, and it would be one of those things like, man, is Tszyu really? Maybe he's biting off more than he could chew here with a unified champion, for fuck's sake. So who knows what the hell would happen, and maybe it would be a one-sided ass whooping, probably. We don't know, but I would love to have seen this. I would love to have Charlo take the challenge. That would have been so badass. I would give him so much fucking props. We know what's happened. He's kind of gone silent now. So not just silent to the Tszyu challenge, but also I think just being open for anybody to take Castagno's spot on that fight night. So I think he's just going to sit on his belts, not actually fight anybody who could potentially be a monkey wrench in the potential unification undisputed title when Castagno gets back. So yeah, I don't even think we're going to see him fight that night.
All right, let's get into it. As a note, hey, Amir Khan, you have 3 weeks to activate your rematch clause. Congratulations. All right, cool.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm not going to start there. I'm going to start in reverse order on these. Miguel, you probably watched all of these like a psycho.
Yes.
Garcia shocks with the win over Colbert. Was it that shocking a win?
Well, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Colbert was supposed to fight Gutierrez, which is actually the actual WBA champion of that weight class. So if this was supposed to have been basically like Colbert's like coming out party, it was supposed to be like, oh shit, this guy is going to take his rightful spot as the WBA, was the super featherweight champ, and we're like, oh shit, it's going to happen, right? And then unfortunately, I think it was Gutierrez that got COVID or something like that, so he bounced, and they put Garcia in here, who I think was going to be on the card anyway, if I recall correctly. So yes, I did. It is pretty much a shocker. It really is. Like I was expecting, Colbert to come out here and be like, oh, he's going to do his regular thing. I figured maybe the fight with Gutierrez was going to be more competitive, and I was shocked. Me and my pops were shocked. We're like, holy shit, are we seeing what we're seeing here? And after every round, my dad's like, yeah, I don't think Colbert got that fucking round. Yeah, I mean, I was like, me neither. I don't think he got that round either. And then as the rounds continued, and we're like, you know what? I think Garcia's kind of pulling away here. So yes, it was quite the shocker. I was not expecting this fight, or at least Garcia, to come out with the victory, and so definitively too. Damn.
You and Andrew were just blowing up the phone on Saturday. Andrew, did you watch this one?
When Miguel texts me that Colbert was being sponsored by the OnlyFans website, I knew the Shoe Palace guy was going to win. Wow. You don't fight OnlyFans.
Okay, wait, hold on. I got to turn the camera back on me for this. All right, so this is the thing on the show where we try to hip you up to boxing. Never fight against the guys from the South Bay. It's not Nissan. What is it? It's Mitsubishi.
Oh, Mitsubishi.
Never fight against anybody from South Bay Mitsubishi. Never fight against the Shoe Palace guys. Never gonna work for you.
Yum Yum Donuts.
Yum Yum Donuts.
Throw out Yum,
wait. What was the
Yum
one in
Yum
Mexico?
Donuts will fuck you up.
Wait. The Mexico one. Don't fight against people who've got Tampico sponsoring them either. I'm just saying it out loud. If those are their sponsors, they're winning the fight.
Lee. The young man had blue hair. His nickname's Prince. He's sponsored by OnlyFans, and you're going up against Dominican Republic.
This is right up there with the Tampico sponsor from that one night. Oh my God, that's the best. That's awesome. That's awesome.
They had everything covered. His hair matched his trunks. His trunks matched his shoes and his gloves. The shoes, the gloves, they matched the damn graphics on the TV. Shout out to Showtime's graphics guy for the 5-striped color coordinated thing you did for Colbert. The guy was built to be. He had the rap star Lee. They had everything checked for this guy's coming out party.
Unbelievable.
They didn't have a plan B.
No, apparently not. Apparently not.
When they seen that who was the opponent's name? Garcia. When they seen Garcia. He just wasn't backing down. He couldn't keep him off of him. The young man was getting hit, trying to do a shoulder roll, got both hands down to his waist. He didn't know how to pick his hands up. The whole fucking fight. That's all he has to do is pick his fucking hands up. He doesn't know how. And he had no answer. Garcia that was a fun fight. That was a fun fight to watch because, sometimes when you're not, these young men, they come in thinking they're Floyd Mayweather way too fast. He got humbled last night. And now he has skill. He has heart. He was able to stay in that fight. Yeah, he got beat up, and he did not break. So he has stuff to give to the boxing world. He just needs to go back and scratch all that other shit. No rap stars coming in. No fucking blue hair. Get ready, go back to your basics, man. He'll probably do fine. But last night, that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Lee, it got so bad for Colbert. There was parts where Garcia just stood in the middle of the ring and said, "Come fight me." Wow. And the kid just looked scared. He's just backing up. He's just bad. He doesn't even know it was bad. That was an embarrassing moment for his career. Humbled.
Nice. Is this a different Gary Russell, or do I even care about? I know. Is it Gary Russell, or is there a Gary Russell? Not Gary Russell Jr.
Okay,
but
not that one.
He beat Victor Postal, who's actually a name. Do I actually care about this, Miguel?
Not really. Postal is on the way out as well. He's also from the Ukraine,
Andrew
so like
used
his
to
mind
be
is
into
elsewhere.
Victor Postal. Did you know that? Fun fact about Fight Net Radio: Andrew had a phase of being into Victor Postal.
Well, for a while he
fuck
was the
that for
he
being
fucking
into everyone.
I mean, he smoked Matisse, so we're like, oh shit, this guy's the real deal. That's what we're expecting. It didn't turn out that way, unfortunately. But yeah, he's already, his mind is elsewhere, right? He's from the Ukraine as well, so his brain probably wasn't even in the fight. But I'm not sure if that would have mattered anyway, because Gary Russell came in to win. So it's a name on his record, and that is something. So in that sense, yeah, I would say this is something.
Andrew?
Hey, listen. The man has a wife and 2 boys. I think he has twin boys, they said, in the Ukraine.
I love it when you drag that stuff
mattered,
up
man.
when it matters.
That mattered.
Yeah.
That mattered. I couldn't believe that Postal was even in the ring last night. They really, that's a sad reality of where some people are in life, that even when your wife and children are in a war-riddled, situation, he's like, well, maybe after the fight I'll go home. The fact that ESPN gave his route on how he's going to get home if there's no flights, no airports to land, I thought was a fucking joke. ESPN, they should talk to whoever. Oh, he said he's going to go to Poland, then drive across the border. There you go, fuckface. Go ahead and say how he's going to sneak back in, fucking dummy.
Yeah, it's like he's gonna walk into the country. Like, okay, great.
Yeah,
so now we're
nice
gonna
job, guys.
be jumping borders.
Wow.
That was a joke. But yeah, that totally mattered. I felt very sorry for Postal having to be in that ring and take that punishment, knowing what was on his mind. I don't think I've ever seen a fighter with that much on his shoulders going into a fight, and that even goes for when they said Barrera's niece, I believe, was kidnapped before one of his major fights. I forget which one it was.
Yeah.
But they kidnapped his niece. I don't even know if that's, is it bigger than your wife and 2 boys getting bombed? It fucking tremendous pressure he was under.
I don't know. I think back to the Tracy Wars a couple of years ago with you, Andrew, and still being able to do Fight Net Radio, and the fact that you were able to do that during the whole Tracy occupation period. I mean, it was strong. It was really strong.
Yeah.
Fernando Martinez punishes Jerwin and Cajas. A lot of old names getting dropped this weekend.
Little more serious than that, though.
Yeah.
Little more serious
Probably.
Okay.
But, I've been up to the Bay Area. Right. You never know. I've also been to a Raider game, so it's hard to say. Miguel. And Cajas now drops. Are we just dropping people who used to fight a decade ago this past weekend?
Well, I mean, he has fought a decade ago, but he was, the IBF junior bantamweight champion and on 9 title defenses, going on number 10 up against Martinez here. So, I mean, damn it, they're dropping like flies. Apparently, these long reigning champions are no longer, the champs. But man, what an upset on this one! What a freaking fight! What a badass fight this was. I believe this was the card opener. It was the first fight of the night, if I'm not mistaken. It probably deserved the better spot. It deserved at least the co-main event spot over Postal.
Are
and fucking,
you putting
and
it
Russell.
on Scrap of the Year?
Well, it's a
so
candidate.
It's a candidate for Scrap of the Year.
It is late, February, so we still got
On
plenty.
the Scrap calendar, on a scale of 1 to 10 scraps, how was this as a scrap?
Oh man, you know what, dude? I'm going to have to call it a solid 9.
Ooh.
Some of the shots that Martinez was landing on Cajas, I mean, it looked like Cajas was a bigger guy, right? It looked like he was a larger guy. He was able to take all of Martinez's punches, but god damn, Martinez was swinging for the fences every single time, dropping some bombs on him. And on Cajas was just taking it. But Jesus Christ, Cajas was throwing his own as well, of course. So it wasn't like, Martinez came away unscathed. I think there was a headbutt as well, a small cut over Martinez's left eye. But damn, just watching these fights were like, holy hell, or watching the punches that Martinez was throwing. When I thought one of these lands and Ancajas is going down, they all fucking landed and Ancajas was still there. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. So yeah, this was an awesome fight. For anybody who didn't watch it, I highly recommend watching it. It's one of the few PBC fights that were like, oh shit, this is a killer ass fight. Yes, tune in to watch it.
Wait,
so yeah,
here's the big question. What did Pops think?
Oh, well, of course we're, rooting for the Latino, even though he's Argentine. So, we're going for it. So, nonetheless, we were going for him to watch. Every time you throw, I mean, we were like, at the edge of our seats because we thought one of these shots were going to take down Ancajas. But I mean, we have a history with Filipino fighters, not exactly on our Christmas list. So, nonetheless, we were totally going for Martinez, and we were loving this fucking fight.
My only disappointment about the upcoming weekend is that you're not bringing Pops. I think that would be the crown jewel in the whole event. Andrew, I know what I want my answer to be, but I have a feeling you actually watched this fight.
Yeah, no, I definitely watched the fight. It was a great fight. Mm-hmm. It's a Showtime classic, and Showtime has many classics. This one goes right into that vault. I think there was 1,700 punches landed or thrown. Mm-hmm. Miguel, did you catch that number?
Thrown.
A 1,700 lead thrown in 12 rounds. It was Martinez technically was not that great. Wild shots, uppercuts 5 feet away, leading hooks constantly.
Yeah, not very straight punches at all. No.
Yes. Cajas better skill wise. He had it, man. He was landing the punches and punches inside of the punches, but you've seen it. His check left hook. There was always like that feeling that one of his shots was going to get the wild kid. The kid coming in with everything. He put so much behind every punch. Look, don't think you ever want to fight someone that they dedicate their fight to someone who passed away. And for Martinez, it was his father. It was his father passed away. That was the story they kept putting down, telling us. And it really seemed like it played out that night. The guy was walking through fire, literally walking through fire. Yes, he landed a lot of shots on Ancajas, but Ancajas was catching him with those blinding shots, the shots that Martinez did not see because he was so interested in landing his own offense. He walked right through everything to get that title. That was an awesome fight. The thing that stops this from being an all-time classic is that both of them are really unknown. There's going to be other fights that people always remember, but for any diehard, there's a lot of time where when you're young fans and you're talking to people that don't know too much about boxing, you go, watch this fight. This shows you everything of why I watch this sport. You can give them this fight. They're always going to be entertained. It was a very, very good fight that both men put on.
Strangely, it's the next fight that's every reason why I watch boxing. And this is for Andrew's return. I did my homework. And I did this shot by shot just for you, Andrew.
Oh,
my!
Do we gotta put on the tinfoil hats?
Oh my God! It's not even tinfoil hats because you can actually watch it live. I just went back and shot it screen by screen. Okay, Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall. Holy Jesus! First of all, let's talk about the first 4 rounds, and then we'll get to the second half of this fight. Do you guys even have it this close at the first 4 rounds? Because Andre's scorecard at this moment has it all Taylor and not for Catterall. And the fight that I was watching, Catterall was kind of beating the fuck out of him because guess what the next screen is? He's beating the fuck out of him through 5 rounds. These are, by the way, these are top-ranked stats, not mine. Not making them up, not doing anything to be shitty. The dude's throwing more punches, but they kept pitching this story that because the dude in the boxers, which would be Josh Taylor, he wore underwear to the fight. Am I the only one who noticed that? So for the first few rounds, Catterall's like the busier fighter who's landing more effectively, who's coming over with this left hand and busting the fuck out of his eye. Did I miss anything? I'll start with you, Miguel. Through the first 4, 5, 6 rounds, what is this? This is Andre's scorecard, which by the way, joining us on the show right now, Top Rank Bob. Yes. Bob, did you do this scorecard? Maybe. What do you mean maybe? Listen. Don't sleep on Catterall. I said it since the beginning. Don't sleep on Catterall. Okay, we'll check back with you later. Miguel, through the first 4, 5, 6 rounds, it's closer than quote-unquote Andre's scorecard, but did you see it more like the stats, or did you see it more like Andre?
More like the stats. Because it was an early morning fight, I was still at work, so I didn't have the chance to actually score it round by round the way I normally would be able to. However, I did pay as much attention as I possibly can because it was a very intriguing fight. And early on, it did not seem like Taylor was winning. I'm sorry. It did not seem like Taylor was fucking winning.
In no way, shape, or form.
I did not see. I mean, he didn't look active enough.
The most
he looked like he
shocking one
retreated
is
a lot.
the first round, which, okay, at least you gave him the first round, which was blatantly obvious. Like, he caught him with a monstrous series of left hands, and they showed the stats on it.
Yeah.
But 2, 3, 4? I mean, seriously? What? And then you guys go into round 5 showing stats where this dude's landing 56 more. Andrew, first half of the fight, how did you have it?
All right, I took notes. I took a scorecard.
By the way, I've got all their stats before I show you where the fix happens, just like the fucking Zapruder film. I've got it.
Hold on here. I want we have to let it be known right now that this is facts. On all 3 scorecards, Carterall.
Catterall.
Yeah, you like
Wait,
how
hold
I
on.
suck everyone up.
Whatever. Who cares?
Catterall.
Wait, hold on. I have the scorecards.
I have
the scorecards. Here's the scorecards.
All 3 of them after round 8 has him winning. He's winning the fight.
Right.
Guys.
Right.
One of them, he's up by 3 fucking points.
Right.
You guys. So we can't knock the judges at this moment. And going into round 9,
and by the way, I can
everyone
show you
has
exactly
the fight right.
in round 9 where they fixed the fight. I can show it in graphic
There's not
detail.
a fix though. That's where I'm going to step up and say that's not a fix.
No, there's a phone call.
Catterall.
Back off.
No.
Back off.
Yes.
Either he got tired or I don't know what the shit happened. Maybe it was
I agree that the dude
it
ran
was
out
body
of gas.
shots.
Okay.
It was the straight left of Josh Taylor that won him that fight last night.
Still went. Then for some reason in 7, it's a draw on Andre's card. Bob, do you want to comment? No comment. Thanks, Bob, but I'm just telling you through 6, you got it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't go all the way out to wherever the fuck the fight was, but let's be perfectly honest. There's no way I'm going to let Josh Taylor lose those belts.
No, but that's bullshit. No, I'm not letting Catterall off. No, fuck everything that.
Okay, let's just go to 6. At 6, do you have it a draw?
6th round, yes, 57-57 draw.
Wow.
This is what the note said.
All right.
This is what the note said.
And then
Good
the ass,
round for
and then the ass
Challenger.
fucking. Right. All right. Go ahead.
Good round for Challenger. Outboxes the champion and pushed him around. That's the end. That's round 6. What I have on my notes, I have it 57-57.
All right. You and Andre are on the same page. How do you feel about the ass
You know
fucking?
what?
But how do you feel about the ass fucking
really
in
on
7? Okay. Just asking. It's not the first.
And then in round 8, Lee,
pretty strong.
I have him. He's leading 76-75. You got 2 points in round 8 because of the knockdown. He's leading on my cards. All he has to do is keep fighting. Keep fucking fighting. And he does it. You know what? Not only does he take his foot off the gas, he should have been deducted a point for delaying the fight. Every time he leaned his forearm on Josh Taylor's neck, when the ref would break it up, he would walk 5 steps away. Oh, I'm walking to the other side of the ring. Look how fucking cool I am. I'm over here now. The ref was following him. Hey, turn around. Why? Why are you following him to turn around? Deduct a point. He's not supposed to walk away. When did fight? And he did it numerous times. No, man. I was mad at him.
By the way,
I'm
look
not
at that
mad.
face.
The
by the way, midway through the fight, Andrew, look at the face on Kell Brooks going, "Oh my God, my payday." Is that not the face of a guy going, "Oh my God, my fucking payday"?
Sometimes in unfortunately, sometimes in 12-round fights, people always forget about the last 4. They go, oh, he won that. He won the first 8. He won this. That fight was over. Jeff Horn, Pacquiao, one of those. Bradley Pacquiao, De La Hoya versus Trinidad. There's fights that happen where it's like we fall asleep. There's 4 more rounds left, dude.
All right.
You can't let the champion sweep rounds 9 to 12.
We'll completely get away from the stats where Catterall through 8 is landing more and throwing more. But hold on. Let's rewind.
Once again.
Yes.
Once again, though. CompuBox stats show that he doesn't land double digits from round 9 to 12. Lee, he gives up the last fucking 4.
All right.
You can't do that.
All right. Hold on.
Can't. Did you guys hear that crowd in round 11? They were in a total cheer. They were in a soccer chant. And at the end of round 11, nobody in Scotland thought Josh Taylor was losing that fight.
All right. Let's turn now to Miguel, who should be the voice of reason, because clearly, Andrew, you and I are on 2 different sides of the coin on this topic. Through 6, how did you see it?
Well, it was tightening up. I still thought that that Catterall was ahead, but it was tight. It was getting tighter. It was like he was slowing down. It was as if he was backpedaling more. It was as if he thought, like, well, I guess this is the knockdown came at 9, I think it was. Because around that time, in addition to the point deductions,
we'll get to the point deductions in a second, because there's 3 point deductions that make 0 sense in this fight, and then the absolute insanity of Joe Testosterone going, oh my God, the referee's refereeing too much in the refereeing, and I thought, no, he's just doing it too late. I mean, these guys have been fighting dirty since the beginning. Yes. My attitude would have been, fuck it out, guys. I mean, seriously, if you're going to allow ass fucking in the ring like this, I mean, just let it go at that point. I mean, you've already gone that far. And really, Josh, please, new ring attire. Seriously. All right, so through 6, Miguel.
Through 6, I still had Carroll winning.
All right.
It was closer, but I still had him winning.
All right. Let's get to the meat of this. Oh, and by the way, do we all agree that Kell Brooks looks like he's losing a fucking steak?
He's not in the fight, but he lost.
Oh, my God. That look on his face of, oh, my God. Oh, my God. I've already talked to him. I've agreed in principle to the next fight.
Yeah.
All right. We're getting into 8 and 9. And then the knockdown. All right. Does anybody dispute the knockdown, Andrew?
No, he drops him in round 8.
You're right here.
And in round 8, Ben Davis, the trainer of Josh Taylor, tells him, you're losing this fight. Correct. That's what they tell him. On the scorecards, he's losing the fight on all 3 official cards. One of them by 3 points.
I agree. Right up to that point, everything is fine. Everything is kosher. Miguel, any dispute at this point?
No, that was a legitimate knockdown. I mean, it wasn't even disputed by Taylor himself. He knew it was a legitimate knockdown. So yeah, I turned right as he was hitting the ground. And I was like, oh shit, was it a slip? And then when I saw them counting, I had to, it's on ESPN Plus, so I had to rewind it real quick. Yeah.
Many times, right, like the Zapruder film. It was great.
It was like, the second gunman in the grassy knoll kind of deal. Yeah, like, let me just make sure.
Definitely.
Right. But it was a legitimate knockdown. Yeah.
And anybody not disputing Taylor's gay sex again at the round of... Boy, the amount of rear mounting that this poor referee had.
No, but Jesus Christ. Yeah, but you know what?
Headlocks.
Have you ever seen a fighter turn his back while doing the headlock?
No.
Catterall
that's MMA
is doing
shit.
a headlock and he's literally turning his back. So and then when Taylor would punch him, when he would come out and throw a punch, the ref, oh, you can't do that. Well, what the fuck? What about the headlock fucking turning back? You know what? There was a lot of bullshit going on in that ring. Yes. But what Catterall was doing, that is not boxing. That is not this whole clinching thing, this whole throw 2 punches and then wrap up is bullshit. and it's time that they
You know
penalize
what?
people for
You know
doing
what?
that.
Yes.
You know
too
what?
Yes.
You give me a
Yes.
shot. You give me a shot, and somehow magically I drop to 147 pounds to figure out how to do this fight. I'm gonna do everything in my fucking power to win this fight. Catterall was in the deep end of the swimming pool and did everything he could think of in this fight, and that's the only credit I'll give him. And it's way closer at 8, and it was very interesting going into 9. And again, per the stats going into 9, Catterall's still the stronger opponents. Then, remarkably, at 8, Andre's got it back for Catterall. All right, everybody's sort of on board with the scoring here. You on board with the
Yes.
scoring?
Yes.
Miguel? All right. Andrew, you agree with the scoring at 8?
Yes, sir.
All right. We've got now a massive gash over Taylor at this point. And now we go into the deep end of the swimming pool into 9. And Taylor comes back. I don't think there's any dispute about 9. And then this fucking thing. The first random point deduction, which was...
No.
Really?
No.
You agree with the random point
This was
deduction?
Finally,
Why here?
Dude,
Why
he
here?
fucking
Why here? Why
leave.
here?
because it was enough. The fucking kid does it from round fucking
Where's the
one.
warning?
I
Wait,
was
where's the
screaming.
warning? Where's the warning?
Oh, Lee,
It's the
that's all
referee's
he did was
discretion.
for-
It's the referee's discretion. If he doesn't need to give him a fucking warning, he feels like he doesn't need to give him a warning.
All right.
That's-
All right.
What? Hey, you know what pissed me off, you guys? When he takes this fucking point away, the kid does it like 10 seconds later. He does it again, and the ref goes, "Hey, I'm gonna take a point away. I swear to God, if you do it again, you already took a point away. If he fucking fails again, it's supposed to be .2. If he does it again, it's DQ. But no, here he goes, the warning again. Oh, you better stop doing that. Don't do that." Hey, you guys. Oh, man. I should send it to you. I talk about it in the early round. Listen, when the kid is doing this, because you guys, he's not doing the conventional lean over. He's not doing it. He's putting his forearm on the champion's neck in his backyard. If you guys listen to the crowd, they're booing this young man like in round fucking 2. He's making no fans. Those judges, they all like Taylor. The fans,
course.
they all like Taylor.
Of course.
The security guard.
Of
You
course.
don't want to be cheating. You don't want to be getting booed when you're fighting the champ in his backyard. That was total Catterall's fault. I give the fucking ref hella props for not taking points away from him earlier. In that 11th round, he had nothing. There was nothing else he could do. The kid leans on him, puts his arm on him, throws an uppercut, pushes him down again. The ref's like, all right, enough is enough.
Miguel?
Well, I know there was this narrative with all the ESPN commentators about the referee
Yes.
doing an over refereeing job.
Yes.
The fight was dirty from the beginning.
Oh my
The
God, they
referee
were both
needed-
awful. They were
Right.
both headbutting. They were
This
both
was
throwing
just
elbows.
the
It was
referee
horrible.
keeping the fucking fight in his control. If he would have let that shit go out of hand, it would have gone out of hand. He would have lost control. We would have had a fucking Mayweather and fucking Ortiz type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And so from the jump, he needed to put his foot down, and that's what he did. So fuck over officiating. Forget all that shit. It was his job to make sure he kept control of this shit, and he did it. And it just so happens that he felt that point deductions were needed. Now, I need to rewind for a second because the clinching is everybody and their moms always say this bullshit. Oh, it's just strategy. It's just part of the game. You know, he's a good boxer. He knows what he's doing. You know, he punch, clinch, or the guy gets too close to you and you
Fury
clinch.
does it.
And
It's a very common strategy.
Right, but understand something. It's fucking, I'm going to have to quote Dana White here. It's fucking illegal. You're not supposed to clinch. That's why the referee splits you up. Can you imagine any other infraction like that allowed? Imagine if you socked the dude in the nuts during the fight and you're like, oh, it's just strategy. You know, he's trying to get him off him. He's like,
You
no,
sound
fuck
like
no.
my
Point
old
deduction,
coach.
asshole.
No, I'm going to be
It's
honest.
like-
You sound like my old coach.
No.
It's like,
You hold
damn,
a lot, Lee. You
after
hold a
while-
lot. You know what? It
after
works.
A while, you're like, dude, yes, but only because they allow it to work. Because the referee allows it to work. If the referee says, hey, I can only take so much clinching, bro. Fuck this being part of your strategy. Floyd against Manny. Every time he gets close, I'm like, no. All you're doing is fucking clinching. Point Point. If that's how it has to be. That's the only fucking like part of illegal maneuver that boxing allows. Fuck that shit. It makes the fight boring as shit. God damn it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I absolutely agree, and I want to throw this in before I forget it. The two people calling that fight were known to bend the rules a whole lot in their careers.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
I honestly, I know that's why Timothy Bradley is big on, get out of there, ref, get out of there. This is what that's how they kind of lived in their huge fights. You know, the way Taylor beat Catterall was kind of how Ward beat Klitschko, man. A lot of grappling, and then the inside when they're grappling, the little body shots, little hooks. As soon as he knew the kid was going to come in to clinch, bam, straight left, right to the stomach. He was breaking them down with these little shots that ESPN did a terrible job of really pointing out, because some of them, you've seen Catterall puts his arm down. He ain't even picking that shit up anymore. I'm not getting hit with that straight left anymore. It started working. The last 4 rounds, he doesn't throw punches because of body shots that Taylor was not getting credit for. Now, was this a great fight for Taylor? Was this a fight that we go, he could beat Terrence Crawford? No, it wasn't. But this is a great fight for his resume, his career. That was an awesome comeback that he pulls off, getting off of that canvas in round 8. In round 8, I have this dude losing. I'm like, I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he's going to win. I have the other guy up. He's been down. He looks like the fight is kind of away from him. Round 9, he brings it back, man. Round 10, he brings it back. Not only does he win round 10, then he gets the point. That's a 2-point jump. That's a 3-point swing in 6 minutes. It's a great comeback fight for him. This speaks to his pedigree. Is he the favorite going up against Crawford? Fuck no. Americans are the best fighters in the world. I've always said it. And he was never going to be the favorite. But he's still a great fight.
They're going to point at the stats, Andrew. Fight. At the end of the day, everybody's going to point at the stats. I mean, that's what it's always going to come back to. What's landing, how many are thrown.
Well,
and the
yes,
narrative
but the judges
ESPN's
don't see the stats. The judges don't see the fucking stats.
I agree.
So they don't see the stats.
They
hear like, he landed more punches. In that case, let me give it to this guy. No, they don't see that shit until afterwards. So, I mean, they can only catch whatever they can catch right there in person. We get the luxury of seeing it on a TV on different angles and with the stats, in real time. And they don't get that luxury. So, yeah, if they get it wrong, so they get it wrong. But, I mean, they're there in person watching that shit as it happens.
Which takes us to the championship round. Yeah, go ahead, Andrew.
The crowd. Every time Josh Taylor did something, they cheered. When it was a 4-punch combo, they fucking acted like the kid was about to go down. I mean, it just eruption in that building. The last 4 rounds, it is a clean sweep that Taylor is winning these last rounds. The crowd is cheering. Taylor's putting his hands up after bells.
Let's talk about 11, Andrew, where the punch after the bell occurs. Would you have taken the point on the 11th for the punch after the bell by Taylor?
This is my notes. Round 11. Catterall moving back from the start. Body shots by Taylor starting to show effects. Huge left, backs up challenger. Left to the body. Huge for champion at the end. Catterall tackles Taylor. He's in survival mode. Crowd's been cheering the whole round. Point at the end is absurd. So no, point at the end is absurd.
Absurd.
Yeah, no. Hey, Lee. It looked like the ref didn't see the body language of that, but you got to go to what Miguel was been saying, man. The ref was burned at this point.
The ref was out of shit. He had nothing left at this point. Like, he had been dealing with these guys. He's got blood on both arms. He's over both of these guys being assholes, because they were both dicks. And in the 8th round when he dropped them, we didn't mention this, you guys, but he hits him on the ground. Dude. He's one knee down. He's one knee down when he takes that punch.
Dude, he totally had that knee down. That was a clean fell. That if Taylor wanted to play fucking,
stay
not
down,
coward, I don't know what you call it.
Yeah. You take the punch, stay down.
Milking it. Totally milking it.
Yeah, we've seen it.
when they go back to that replay, they clearly would have seen Catterall hit him after he's down. So there was, and in that exchange, Catterall was very lucky he misses that backhand. The backhand is way more violent than the little sucker punch that Taylor gives him to the stomach. He hit Bink, but then he swings a backhand like he was trying to actually hit Taylor. So he's lucky that didn't land, or that point might have went against him for the counter.
All right, so through 11, I start with you, Miguel. Do we agree with the Dre card that it's 104-102, Taylor up 104-102? Like Dre's card...
He had taken over. He had taken over by that point, yeah.
Andrew.
It's exactly my scorecard. Listen, I'm going to keep leaning on it. The kid gives up. His fucking corner tells him, they start doing the whole 9 minutes and you're champ, 9 minutes. You don't tell people that when they're fighting in people's backyard.
In somebody's backyard. I agree. I agree that you have to finish strong. And they both finished incredibly strong. They at least try.
The 12th round.
I think my bigger issue with the finish on the fight, right? Okay, statistics aside, what the fuck is up with the judges' scorecards? I mean, let's be brutally honest here. They're all over the fucking place. I'll buy off on 113, 112s all day, one way or the other. I will. All day. 117, 114? I did shoot it, and I don't know why it didn't come up, but you can watch the guys in Top Rank at 8 sitting on the right-hand side, all talking to each other, and then they all get calm. And I was going to do a blow-up shot of all three of them having a discussion. 117, 114. Yeah, let's just make sure the dude's got it. I mean, I would be okay 113, 112s all day either way. You could put 5 scorecards up and they all read 113, 112, 114, 117. Especially where you see things like, well, we kind of changed the number here, and we kind of changed the number. Let's put a number here and a number over here and -2 over here. Why are there 2 different color pens on these scorecards as well? Like, I'm not being a conspiracy theory nut. I'm just saying, Judge Ian John Lewis, dude, you got a phone call from Top Rank Bob going, listen, I don't want any questions. I need a draw. By the way, did you catch what they said in the 11th? There's no rematch clause. There's no rematch clause in this fight. That is some very legit shit when you get to the end of one of these close nail biters. Is 114, 117... Well, all right, technically it says, what is it, 114, 111, or whatever the fuck it says. He's all over the place with that scorecard on the right. So let's eliminate John Lewis. Is this fight a draw or a win, Andrew?
It's a win. I got it 114, 111.
Oh!
Listen, he wins the last 4. Did I say 111? Hold on.
111.
114, 111.
Yeah, you would be there with Ian John Lewis. Miguel, how do you have the final score?
The deduction in round 10, that makes that a 9-9 round because I gave it to Taylor. So it's 10-9. They take a point away. Now it's 9-9. So that doesn't really do anything to the scorecards. As long as Taylor wins the round, if he's leading in the 9th, he's still leading going into the 11th. And then he wins the 11th, the 12th, and the fight's fucking over. I'm blaming Catterall. Look, I didn't have a horse in this race. There was no money laid down. Both guys are undefeated. Let the best man win. The guy, I had him winning. This was not a biased scorecard. I have him up in round 8.
I'm with you.
I have him up like every other judge, even Andre Ward. So their camp can't be like, oh man, ESPN was out again. No, the officials had you up.
They were very pro Catterall for a lot of that fight.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, it's because Bradley always played the underdog role. He just like Malignaggi, they're fucking into the underdogs, man. These guys, as long as they're not getting their asses handed to them.
Listen, Miguel, or Andrew, or whatever your name is.
Little things like he's not winning, but this fight is close. This fight is so close, and it's not close. It's really not. You challengers.
It was actually a really close fight. It was a fun fight. I actually enjoyed my afternoon today. This is a rarity.
Not after round 9.
No.
The kid goes into survival mode. All he's doing is hugging. It got very frustrating
like
in the last 4 rounds.
Yeah, it's like he banked on the knockdown, pulling him in the head.
That's right.
And I don't know, like, was the point deduction, what was it, the 10th round? Was it the round that followed, or was it prior to that?
10 has a deduction,
it's the 10th.
and then 11 has a deduction. Correct.
The knockdown, him thinking, it's 10-8, and then him thinking he wins the next round, another 10-8, and towards the tail end of the fight, I think that was it. I think he's like, okay, I got it in the bank. I don't have to, risk anything. So, yeah, he took it. He basically coasted or attempted to coast the rest of the fight.
There you go.
Yeah, his corner started to, in one round, you got 9 minutes. You got 9. You don't tell him you got 9 minutes. You say whoop his ass again. Go out there and whoop his ass. You're whooping his
strong.
ass. He's whooping his ass.
Did I do my homework, Andrew?
Yeah. No, that was a great night of fights. That was a great night of fights, both on the PBC Showtime card and the ESPN card.
Oh, my God. You guys blew up Tex on Saturday night. Oh, my God. I was asleep by 8 o'clock after dealing with girls all day, but Jesus. You guys were I've never seen you guys blow up a text on a fight night like that. That is literally the most texting I've seen the two of you do on a single fight night. That was... I turned my phone off and went to bed after. I had a migraine, and... it was a lot of flag, Andrew. It was a lot of fucking flag.
And you know what's real weird about the internet today is it seems like after all the beer wore off and all the partying was done for the Taylor Catterall fight, that no one really complained today. In all of my chat room, you're not really seeing too much of this was the biggest robbery. I mean, last night it's fucking
there's
flooded,
some out of Catterall,
Yeah.
and I get that. And Taylor was like, yeah, I didn't do my best, which is smart on his part. I could have included those stories. But by and large, it was close enough to be close enough. But I'm telling you, I literally shot the video of the guys at round 8 where all the guys at top... I can't believe it didn't show up. Like,
no, hey,
there is a moment in round 8 where all these guys in top rank... Where the fuck is it? All the guys in top rank are literally talking to each other in round 8 going, holy shit, we're about to lose all the belts. Like,
and I believe in the Colbert fight, if you've seen Mendoza, the WBA president, sitting ringside, he looks so fucking he doesn't know what to think as Al Heyman's fucking pride and joy. This Colbert guy, I guess, was a big fighter for the PBC. And he doesn't. This is his replacement. This is your guy. His fill-in. You put in some dude that's whooping my guy's ass. It was total Brad Pitt Snatch. You guys remember that movie Snatch? And they put Brad Pitt in. Yeah, he fucking knocks the dude out, and we're fucking dead. That's what I think Mendoza told the guy sitting next to him when Colbert was getting his ass handed to him, because that was not supposed to happen. 18-1 underdog beats your undefeated prospect. Not a good night.
And then prior to the fight, like they were doing like a pre-fight interview in the locker rooms, right? While Colbert was already wrapped up, and Jim Gray was asking him like, did is this going to change much? The fact that you have to switch opponents and whatnot. And he asked him specifically like, did you do any research on him, or did you study him, right? And he's like, no, not really. He's like, he's got 2 arms, 2 legs. I'll be able to hit him like I hit everybody else. And Jim Gray thought it was funny, and he kind of laughed. And it's like, oh shit, those words came back to haunt him. That did not age very well at all, because the fact that he didn't go as far as I'm sure he didn't have the same amount of time, right, to practice, or to train and to I guess come up with some sort of strategy for him. But to at least do your homework, watch your fucking fights, do that part. It sounded like he just took it lightly as fuck. Now, had he taken them seriously with actual full training camp, maybe it would have been a different story. But I mean, that bit him in the ass big time.
There you guys go.
You're absolutely. That was a great call. That's a great call, because you know what? Jim Gray has that smile like, fuck, I've heard that before. He totally, that was a great call. I remember that. Oh, it only takes me like 3 rounds. Yeah. I remember that.
There you go. This week, go to boxingtonight.io. Miguel is coming down to San Diego. We haven't gotten a denial, which would have been
Right.
on Friday,
That's
which means
promising, right?
No,
Yeah.
it's beyond promising, actually, in a rarity.
Yeah.
We would have gotten that on Friday, technically. I actually know the truth. So more than likely, FightNet Radio will be at the press conference weigh-in, and it's just down the street. So
By the way,
Yeah.
I don't know if you got the email earlier today, as a matter of fact, the press conference, I think, quote unquote, announcement for Canelo and Bivol is going to be also in San Diego.
Great.
Check your email because
Great.
I immediately
sign us
that
up.
shit, so.
Yeah, let's go. It'll be great.
Yeah.
We'll go down and we'll eat some, keto shit in
Wednesday,
downtown.
I believe.
Yeah, they'll probably do it at the Hyatt or something. That's normally where they do it. It's actually great downtown. I'll take the scooter. It'll be fun. This week, FightNet Radio live here in San Diego. Miguel's in town. We'll do the show live from here on Sunday because apparently he's not going back to work on Sunday, so he'll be here with me. And we'll record in the studio with Andrew in the morning, which will make Andrew very, very happy. Yay!
Yes. And I have some breaking news for y'all as well.
Breaking news. Are you official?
I'm official. What's that mean?
You can start doing morning routine?
Oh, I guess. Yes. That's. I actually found out some time ago, but I wanted to wait until Andrew was back on the show so I can break the news to you guys. My schedule will indeed change starting this weekend. So I'm gonna have weekends off once more. So we're gonna be able to get back to the Sunday morning. FightNet Radio shows.
That's until I get you hired for my company, and I actually had that talk. I actually had that talk with Killian earlier this week. I'm like, I know what he makes. Like, I can actually do the math on this. This isn't like a bad plan.
No, it's not a bad plan at all. No, not
it's a
at
great
all.
plan. Oh my God, you'll be great
Yes.
you'll be great in my field. It'll be fun. So there you guys go. We're gonna do a full week of shows. He'll be down here. We'll go get content. We're thinking about going to Cage Warriors on Friday and get some stuff for his channels. We'll see. I wrote a nasty motherfucking email to Cage Warriors.
I saw that,
Oh
yeah.
my God. That was nasty. Even I felt after I sent it, I'm like,
Yeah, it was a little much. It's like, it's just a show. It's all right.
they don't know us. It's not like they're going to
Nah.
go, hey, that's him. You're not going to know it's
Nah,
me. Yeah,
good point.
fuck yourself. I'll pay your $20 to go to your show. It's in Del Mar. It'll be great. So we're going to do that, and we'll be in the studio, and we'll get Andrew a real laptop, and maybe he'll be on video, and maybe all three of us will be on video for a rarity this weekend. But what you want to do is go to Boxing Tonight, click on Facebook, make sure you're signed up for everything. Honest to God truth, on behalf of me, Andrew, and Miguel, literally over the last month, it is something like 30 or 40,000 more people following us. And if you guys enjoy it, click the like, share it. We appreciate it. We'll keep cranking it out. We're going to do it exactly the same. I don't see us as being very corporate. And if you're watching the video and you're thinking, my God, Lee, you have chicken neck underneath. Yes, as I lose more weight, this chicken neck thing underneath. I'm shooting from underneath me, and I've been watching it on the video all night, Andrew. I am now losing so much weight. I almost want to wait, I'm going to do this just so you guys can see this. Wait, because I don't have the video on. Okay, I'm going to turn the screen share off for them, just so they can see okay. What is this? What is this? As I lose more weight, what is this? What is this? My God, I feel like a fucking chicken gobbler.
A turkey?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how I look so jacked up for a guy who doesn't work out as much as I do. I don't know. Good drugs. We're going to have Miguel here this weekend. We're going to put him on all the best stuff. Big Baby Miller, myself, we all agree. These are the finest drugs for turning you into looking like a superhuman athlete. Even though it's not true. Ask Amir Khan, allegedly. Go to boxingtonight.io. This show is not going to stop. We've been doing it for 16, 17 years now, which is just ridiculous when I say it out loud. And we really do appreciate literally the tens of thousands of you that are now following us and watching the shows and sharing it. And we'll keep continuing to crank it out. We're going to get more stuff out of Miguel. We're going to get more content out to you. Miguel and I are probably going to dive back into the MMA community a little bit harder and get more of that content out as well. All you need to do is click like, subscribe, or go to boxingtonight.io, and we will be back live with lots of shows from San Diego next week. Thanks, everyone.